beautiful, and I fell in love with the story. He actually made me cry. I was the only one crying in the whole room, and I knew that this was a cause that I wanted to pursue, and I love music, so what better way to join the two?
That's so amazing. So how long did it take you to raise the money that you've raised for this foundation?
I was busking for about a year, and I got an amazing anonymous donor from the newspaper which I entered into, and they donated $10,000 to the cause, so that was amazing.
It's so
last year in December, and it was the most amazing experience. It still makes me emotional talking about it. You know, I spent 10 days there with the kids, and I went to school with them, and I played with them, and I played lots of music with them, which they absolutely love. And hopefully I'm going back again this December, because I promised them I'd come back, and you know, they've learned a few songs for me to play when I'm there. So, I've been in contact with them via Facebook, but it's pretty hard to get in contact since, you know, they don't know English very well. But I had the most amazing experience, and if any of you are interested to go, I definitely recommend it. That song that I just sang was called Somebody Like You, and I played it with the children there, and they actually learnt it, and on the last night I was there, they all sang along with me, and it was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. So, this song is called Hush.
Lately, mine's been making things crazy. Transgression. It's been playing and changing and doing the hair all the time, and it's driving me mad. Oh, don't I wish that you might look a darker. Well, check out this group of Sheilas. No, I am Gansong. This is Phon and this is Gan. Well, I'm a Sheila and you're a Sheila, so it's all good, doll. We are not gonna sit in silence. We are not gonna live with fear. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Hands Across the Water has given such a beautiful opportunity to some of the girls from Thailand to come down. They did a performance and it was absolutely amazing, so thank you girls. And it's really good to see where the money's going to such beautiful people with such great hearts, so thank you Hands.
So girls, what does it mean for you to be here tonight?
The first one, we need to thank Hands Across the Water. They give and they are sponsor for us to visit, to make me a different experience, a wonderful life, and everything in Sydney. It's hard. It's so very hard that we keep an opportunity.
Fantastic, that's great. So is it emotional for you to be here tonight at this event, knowing the fantastic work that they're doing? Does it make you feel...
Yes, I can't explain, you know, right? And that's, I think it's very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And what about you? How are you feeling?
Now the same that girl, I cannot speak because now it's more grateful because this is wonderful time. It's a fantastic time for me. Usually the same the girl need to say thank you for Hand Across the Water for support us and all of children in Thai because it is hard to came to city by self. It doesn't have any support, but now we came here. That's why I say thank you.
It's hugely inspirational. I'm so glad that you're here in Sydney. It's wonderful. And we'll catch up with you a little bit later and talk a bit more. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Girls.
Thank you.
And boys. Thank you. So, wow, I don't even know where to start with you. So you're the founder of the organisation.
That's right. Nikki Chitesa, and I'm founder of Culture. My wife and I, we started back in 7 years ago. We started from the US and then we work and operate in northern Thailand. Our organization are primarily to prevention human trafficking through education, empowering and an opportunity and choices to the girls and the victims that are being trafficked, especially underage, against their will. And with Peter's and his organization, Hands Across the Water, has helping us funding to build more of the facilities so we can house more girls. And that's one of the reasons why we're here.
They need to recognize there is a problem, and also there are other ways to fix that.
This evening, House of Fraser is very proud to be sponsoring Hands Across the Water. What we've done tonight is donate a beautiful Hearts on Fire diamond pendant valued at $2,445.
Thank you from the Commonwealth Bank, also sponsoring this fantastic event. We've raised $6,050 by selling 121 of these amazing keys. Good luck to everyone.
Don't forget, it doesn't stop there. Anything purchased tonight, 10% will go back to the charity. So don't stop there, we can raise more money for Hands Across the Water.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd actually like to bring somebody up to the stage who's actually a sponsor of the night of celebration tonight, but not just the one here in Sydney. He's also supporting and sponsoring the one in Melbourne and the one in Auckland. He's made an impressive donation to actually help us. His name is Patrick, and he's actually with the Howe Foundation. And rather than me talking about Patrick and the Howe Foundation, we'd like him to come up to the stage. Could you congratulate and thank him for his generous sponsorship of the evening? Now, I don't know how his singing voice is, but that's okay.
Thank you, Scott. I think it's been very kind. I'm not Howe Foundation. I'm one of many Howe Foundation. I think all of you know the story of Peter Baines and Hands Across the Water. It started with the first step, and with us it's the same thing. 8 years ago, a few of my colleagues, business colleagues, and I decided to run a fundraiser. It was a very simple dinner in recognition of the hard work that businesses do. A lot of volunteers around. I think most of you are volunteers in some way or other. Donors, anonymously most of the time. And we felt that, look, there's probably very little recognition of a lot of hard work that's put in. What we did was we convened a night, a dinner dance, where we recognized the people who worked hard through the years, got them to donate a little bit more money, and we had a great time. I think businesses give them a little bit of food, a little bit of drink, and they'll probably do anything. But it's been 8 years, and I'm probably a little bit flippant about it. It's been hard work sometimes. Out of 8 years, in the 8 years, we've managed to run 4 functions. Some years were good, some years were bad. But looking back, I think we managed to raise in excess of $400,000 for a variety of charities. Thank you. Thank you very much. What we seek to do at Howe Foundation is really not to replicate charities. It's really to be the conduit and to encourage corporate social responsibility. And in my daughter, which is pretty amazing, we see how passionate she was when she got hold of, in fact it started when she first heard Peter Baines talk about Hands Across the Water. She was totally convinced that was what she was going to do. She was going to raise funds for the orphanage. And I think there's some parallels in that because she took the first step, not knowing what it was going to lead to. And she used the skill that she had, which was songwriting and singing. And she buzzed at the market. She buzzed for 3 months every Sunday, just about every Sunday at the market, and she did what she could. I think our beginning is very humble as well. I mean, we're doing a small step at a time. But this time, I think it seems like a natural progression that we form an alliance with Hands, and we throw our weight behind Peter Baines and Hands Across the Water. And this is our start of our journey as well. We've thoroughly enjoyed our journey over the last 8 years, and I'm sure we can do a lot more with Hands as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thanks, Scotty. It's probably appropriate that I wanted to start tonight with just some thank yous to get that straight off the bat. And the first person I wanted to acknowledge is Craig. Tonight together, and it's not lost on us that it was your vision 5 years ago that saw us come together. Our team of volunteers who are always here to support us from the CommBank, and you turn up at every event, and the night would be just an absolute nightmare without you guys, and you've given up another Saturday night to support Hands, and we appreciate your efforts, so thank you very much. The girls from COSA that we heard from this afternoon, or earlier this evening, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to comprehend the challenges that they face, but the grace and the beauty and the dignity in which they all conduct themselves. And I know that our lives are enriched by all of those that we support in Thailand, and the work that we're now doing with Mickey and the girls has brought another dimension to Hands, and we're all better people for that. But the girls, it's 3 years in March since we took on Home Hug, and I know that that's an orphanage at Yosaton outside of Ubon Ratchathani, which is incredibly special to a number of the guys here tonight who have quite literally transformed that building, and in so doing has transformed the lives of the children there. And I just wanted to take a few moments to share the stories and what's happened up at Home Hug, because it's something that I'm incredibly proud of that we've been able to do, and it's based upon the work of a lot of the team that are here tonight. I'm going to go back to that life, and that was the birth of the relationship between Hands and COSA, and Rati, that girl we had dinner with that night, now lives with these beautiful ladies you've met tonight, and her life is so different, and we can bring about so much more change, and it's possible because of the support we have and the work that we do. It's such an unbelievable experience, and I feel incredibly humbled to be able to do it every January, and I look forward to it, and part of the reason is because of what happens here.
Everybody in the club, all eyes on us, all eyes on us, all eyes on us. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out and scream. Now let's hit the flow, drink it up and then drink some more. Light it up and let's let it blow, blow, blow. Hey, yo, rock it out, if you know what we talking about. Burn it up and burn down our house. Hey, yo, turn it up and go turn it down. Here we gon' shake the ground, 'cause everywhere that we go, we bring the action. When you gotta turn the shit up, you gotta turn the shit up. When we up in the club, all eyes on us, all eyes on us, all eyes on us. They're looking at us, they're looking at us, they're looking at us. Everybody in the club, all eyes on us, all eyes on us, all eyes on us. I wanna scream. Come on, baby. That's right, guys.
We need my Temptations.
I've got sunshine on a cloud. When it's cold outside, I've got the monkey. Well, I guess you'll say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, I'm talking about my girl. I've got so much company to please in me. I've got the sweetest song and the birds in the tree. Well, I guess you'll say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, I'm talking about my girl.
Did you want some?
One second. Okay. Go, 1, 2, 3.
No, you should be doing it.
It's the Harbour Bridge in the Opera House.
Chocolate. Okay.
No, I go home.
For coming, all these beautiful girls who came from the hill tribes and from Chiang Mai all the way to Sydney, and Nick who came from Thailand via Hamilton Island. Thank you so much to everyone who came tonight. Bye bye.
Get on your bike or yeah, one of the,
On your bike, mate.
one of the projects, and come and have a go, and because it will change not only the kids' lives but also your life. Yeah?
Thank you so much. Well done, well done. Oh, I so want to acknowledge both of you for the amazing work that you're doing. It's phenomenal.
No, it's just a privilege, absolute privilege to be in the company.
To be in the company of people like Peter Baines and Mickey Chapisa this year.
It's about time we had a voice in Melbourne for Hands Across the Water. We're sick of travelling up to Sydney for these events, so we're looking forward to having it in our own hometown.
So October 18th at the Park Hyatt in Melbourne, we will have the Hands Across the Water night of celebration, and we're very much looking forward to it, so please join us.
Yes, and we're also very privileged to have some kids from Yassiton come and join us, so we're looking forward to bringing Auckland onto Melbourne, showing them some of the sights around Melbourne and having them at the dinner.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm Kelly Coleman from Commonwealth Bank. I'm part of the Hands journey. I've done the bike ride twice. I never thought I could do it, but after doing it twice, you can do it too. Break it into little chunks. It's quite doable. If you don't think you can do the ride, try to contribute in some way. Commonwealth Bank is part of the journey. We have volunteers contributing on the night. So what can you do as your company?